He smashed the entire field in 3+0 Thursday on the 27th of November, and no one else has done this. In the 9 events that have been played in this new format, highest score was 9.5 out of 11, Magnus breaking new ground once more, and this was one of my favourite games in the dominant run. He opened with the solid King Prawn, and we saw the French from the German Matthias Bluebaum, a guy who just qualified for the candidates. He's on fire, and against the Norwegian. Now we see this knight develop here, and if you go for the winner variation, you're saying I want chaos, I want a difficult life. Matthias goes more positional, classical, believe this is called the advanced variation, never figured out why, and Magnus roars like a chess lion as he advances this pawn. By the way, this picture, I love it. I got it originally from the Remote Chess Academy. They're having another one of their sales. They only do it 3 times a year. It's like Father's Day, Igor Smirnov's birthday, he's the grandmaster who does the courses, and Black Friday. So very few opportunities to get these incredible discounts. It's on again right now, huge percentage off. The road to 2000 sells like wildfire simply because it's exceptional, and you get like 7 courses bundled into one. Make it happen. This New Year's resolution, it's so good. I've used it myself. Let's dive back to the chest here. Links in the description, of course. Centre now attacked and Magnus defends. This is all logical chess. Bishop supports, and now a6 takes on d4. Develop a bishop. Natural stuff. But we get the mysterious rook move from Bluebaum. Now he looks to push the pawn, I guess, but the minute that square's under lock and key, bishop d3 from Magnus, and in case you're wondering why not c4, make the connect 4, well, you take all the tension out of the centre, the pressure away. White soon fights back with f5. You get this kind of pawn race on each side, but white's often crashing through first, exposing the king, stuff like this. So we got takes instead. Knight recaptures here. The bishop streams into the game. You could support this other knight in one direction or another. This one, not loved by the metal monster, but fine, it's a game. It's all about the time as well. Magnus 40 seconds down. That's significant in 3-0 chess. We now see takes, queen recaptures, and queen d2 covers that invasion square. a6, natural, where to go? Yes, you could retreat. Looks like a nice attacking square, but this knight can get pesky. Head here one day perhaps. So bang. Magnus takes, enters this minor piece endgame with rooks and queens, where he's got the better minor piece. This is a slightly bad bishop, right? Encumbered by its own pawns. I think I just made up a word there. Can't think today. Bit tired. The knight drops back, and he goes for a blockade here. Now surely you just castle. It is the best move. But a5 is played. Looking very weird. But at least you're not putting another pawn on a light square. That would be positionally dodgy unless you can get all the way to b4. This in the game anyway. Now we get knight d4 here. An absolute stallion. Castles finally. And the normal plan here. Whoops, let me silence my phone. Silence. The normal plan here. Castles and then do some stuff down the f-file. You know, maybe rook f3, king h1 to get out the pin, but at some point push f5. Maybe you prepare it. g6 is risky. That's the kind of standard plan. But a3 from Magnus. And now f6 from Bluebaum. It's like they're playing on the reverse side of the board to each other where they should be playing. Normally this is a stinky move, but it plays to rip open the f-file, generate counterplay. Someone's getting rook rolled, and bishop b5 now scythes down this new diagonal. Hits the rook, of course. You also leave this pawn to hang now, but it can't be taken because there's a pin. So Magnus takes here with check. Rook recaptures, and before you can say somebody grabbed that horse on the loose.
The stance,
Even
she knows where she is.
That horse is travelling. That horse is travelling.
Whoa, get.
Oh.
Magnus gains space over there. but we don't see the standard looking pawn captures. Instead, the very tricky and best move, Queen c4. Now this guy is playing some sharp chess. You feel he's etched up a level, or notched up a level rather. Can't find my words today. He now forces Magnus to make some Lufthansa for the king. Now he takes, pawn recaptures, and he lops these rooks off the board here. Takes with check, king h2. You can't get here. Queen covers. Whoops, don't do that. Bit of a Botez gambit. Instead we get bishop d7, covering the base of the chain. Knight f3 back. h6 takes this key square away. Bit of room here. Now we see queen e3, and it's Magnus in control. Again, look at the minor pieces here. He just wants to massage this position, get nice and deep, till they squeal and surrender. He defends the base of his chain here, or the head of his chain rather, with this pawn. Now we see bishop e8. And what I love about what Bluebaum does here is he doesn't roll over and die. He keeps fighting fire with fire, and he actually abandons this guy in a minute to go for some epic play. Look at this bishop bouncing round. If it lands on e4, it gets a bit weird. Magnus says go for it. Now you shouldn't go there straight away, or this drops with check. So that's why bishop f5. Magnus takes here. He's got a running passer. It's a one game unless black can generate the counterplay on the exposed white king. This is low time chess. They're both under a minute. Bluebaum goes for that pawn, so Magnus covers. Bishop bouncing in, and now best move, far and away, knight d2. Because this bishop's got to give ground now. Or you defend with the queen. One of the top moves. What's wrong with bishop f5? Okay, just b5. And basically, you get the pawns running pretty fast. King is safe. You can't really get round to it. You can check, but you can dodge. Good position for white. But Magnus misses it. Queen d2, and things get interesting. Because now the black queen stays active, stays aggressive. Bishop's on the square. Knight can't move so comfortably. We also see b5 covered. Now we get knight d4. Queen f7 back to cover the base of the chain. You could run with b5, or no you couldn't, because queen c7 goes for that pawn. Also looks at this one and this one. If you ever push, it's getting weird. So instead we see knight f3 from Magnus, and now after queen attacking the pawn, you've got to re-centralize the queen to cover. Queen b7. Now the knight rotates once more. Bishop saved. King f2 here. Magnus continually just trying to massage. This is why he practices with the pony at the Oslo training camps. For games like this, just maneuver around. Drive them absolutely potty. There goes that horsey. Into e3 it charges. Don't let the bishop drop. Heads to e4. Best move, b5. But it's a level game. Amazing defense by Bluebaum. A pawn down. Just keep making problems. They're both around 10 seconds here. Magnus plays the explosive c4. Looks so natural. You know, two pieces covering. If pawn takes, your bishop drops. But there's a problem. There's one move for black here that even gives advantage. Can you find it? Queen f2. Incredible from Matthias. He's hanging on in there, and even better now because Magnus takes, and he's got this tactical shot which technically leaves black 1. Can you find it? So well done if you saw the move of bishop takes on g2. Looks like the square is covered, but when you take, there was a pin and you drop an entire queen. And if you can't take, well, what are you doing? If you try and push to mate the queen, then you can even land a mate. The king cannot move. All you can do is block. You get mated. So from here, you'd have to find this outlandish move to cover the queen and stuff like this. Gets very weird, very computery. This was a cool shot. Missed. Bluebaum checks. So understandable. They're low on time. He cementos the bishop. Magnus should now run the b pawn. Doesn't. Takes here. You take me, I win your queen. So check. King goes. Bishop could take as the best way to play. Massive swing as you can see. Now black's a pawn down here. but with hopes of perpetual checks. Not easy for white. Blue Baum retreats though, covers this queening square, but now he's in serious trouble. It runs all the way down, supported by the knight. There's two passers. Magnus now checks, could play queen e3, winning move, but they're scrambling, they're blitzing. Blue Baum's up on the clock, but Magnus is no slouch when it comes to blitz chess and mouse speed. He's no Andrew Tang, but he's good. He lost the e-pawn, didn't need to lose it, but they're simply blitzing, no time. Doesn't matter if you've got a winning position, if you lose on the clock. This was the game, scrambling, and Magnus, better the entire game, does get the job done in the end here, winning on time as well as on the board, and he dominates the field 10 out of 11. Hope you enjoyed this battle. Blue Baum impressive. Check out the Remote Chess Academy, limited time sale, such good courses, and have a look at the video on screen for another incredible game of chess. Cheers.